Well, that was an ordeal. But at least it made a difference in those kids' lives. I wonder how Brotherhood Social went.
A few moments later.
Oh sure, I play dress up and get ponies laughing at me from here to Manhattan. But Big Mac does it and he gets shipped with every female from here to Baltimore. Seriously, how does that guy get so many ladies without hardly trying? Oh look, a new episode.
Later.
4 years. It took the CMC 4 years to earn their cutie marks, and this is how it was done? With a beautiful and heartwarming story that had catchy songs, a flawless execution, and some of the biggest and most deserving character development this fandom has ever seen? Okay, that settles it. 5 stars, 100%, 3 thumbs up. Best season ever! Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's do this review right. I'm Blue Rave, aka that raving lunatic, and wow, do I need a breather after watching this episode. Not only was it the #1 thing I and many others wanted to see happen during this season, but it was another one of Lauren Faust's original goals that she wanted her characters to one day accomplish in the future. Was it done perfectly? Well, let's find out. The episode begins with the CMC looking for more things to do to earn their cutie marks with a short but catchy song called We'll Make Our Mark. And to be honest, the first time I heard it, I got the sort of Land Before Time vibe that brought a sense of nostalgia to both it and the rest of the songs in the episode. So far, not a bad start. We then find out that Pip is running for Student Pony President and wants the CMC to be his campaign managers. Yeah, politics wasn't really my thing. I preferred to speak softly and hit people with a big stick.
Don't you mean carry a big stick?
Oh, come on, Prince. Where's the fun in that? See? Now that's politics.
Ow.
He'll be okay. I think. Let's continue. Back at school, the CMC helped Pip run for class president by starting off his campaign with a promise to rebuild the playground equipment if elected. However, when Diamond Tiara decides to throw her hat into the race, the CMC step up their game with another catchy song called The Vote. And not only did it win the election for Pipsqueak, but it also ends Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon's friendship due to her mistreating everyone during her parts in the song. Wow, 2 victories for the price of 1. Nice. So, because the CMC aren't heartless, they go and check up on Diamond Tiara but find her getting chewed out by her mother's spoiled witch. Sweet. I guess that makes 3 victories for the CMC. Do I hear 4? Well, no actually. Cause what we see happens next is not only interesting, but also very heart-wrenching. As Diamond Tiara sings about her feelings, we find out that throughout her life, she's been pressured by her mother to always be a winner and to always be the center of attention and nothing else. But now that her mother's teachings have failed her, she feels like she has nothing left in life. No friends, no respect, and no idea on what she's supposed to be. I don't know why, but I actually feel bad for her. Why do I feel bad for her? Diamond Tiara, the pony that insulted my favorite CMC. Diamond Tiara, the pony that's been nothing but a perfect representation of a bully since day 1. Why do I feel bad for her when we're only halfway through the episode? Well, believe it or not, there's actually a good reason why. Back then, Diamond Tiara was always this one-note character that didn't really show any potential to be the least bit interesting, but now that we know what her upbringing was like, we can relate to her more now that we know her struggles and faults. I have to say, I'm very impressed with this episode, and we're only halfway through. Feeling bad for her, the CMC invite Diamond Tiara to their clubhouse and find out that despite the fact she already has a cutie mark, she actually doesn't know what it's supposed to represent. Which is interesting since we've seen what happens when someone misinterprets their cutie mark, but not what happens if someone doesn't know the meaning of it. However, before they could expand on this topic, Pipsqueak comes by to tell them that due to funding issues, he's not able to keep any of the promises he made. Seeing this as a perfect opportunity to get re-elected, Diamond Tiara heads back to the school to tell everyone the big news, but the CMC try to stop her in a chase scene that leads into the 4th song of the episode called Light of Your Cutie Mark. However, their efforts prove to be in vain as Diamond Tiara makes it to the school first and starts to do the unthinkable. She stands up to her mother, she gets her father to help pay for the playground equipment, and she even helps put it all together because thanks to the CMC, she finally discovers the meaning of a cutie mark, which is a talent in being a leader. I think it's safe to say that she is now a likable character. At least to me she is. Anyways, after helping Diamond Tiara realize her true destiny, the CMC put aside their quest to find their cutie marks and decide to focus on helping others find theirs. And then, it happens.
Oh, it's your cutie marks! They're amazing! You got the same cutie mark! Cutie mark Crusaders forever!
OMG, yes, yes, yes! It finally happened! After 4 seasons of non-stop searching, the CMC finally discovered their true destinies and each receive a cutie mark symbolizing both their individual talents and their desire to help others discover their special talent. And the episode ends in the most touching way possible, with a final song featuring all of their friends and family congratulating them on their accomplishment, and with one last picture to cement their place in the show's history forever. And that's Crusaders of the Lost Mark, my friends, and I have plenty to say about it. For starters, it looks like we finally have confirmation that the Apple family's parents are deceased. Or do we? Next, I'm glad that they finally gave some much needed character development to Diamond Tiara and managed to do it in a way that allowed the audience to both relate and sympathize with her, and the fact that she was the main obstacle that the CMC had to overcome in order to earn their cutie marks was a brilliant way to end their story arc. Now, the songs I thought were fun, catchy, and were all able to represent the tone of each scene perfectly. And although they sort of made the pacing feel a little rushed, they still did a great job connecting all of the stories and making the entire episode feel like one big musical masterpiece. My favorite song would have to be the reprised version of We'll Make Our Mark because of how it tied everything they've been through together in one final performance. And last but not least, the CMC earning their cutie marks was by far the best part of the episode for me. Their characters were handled very well in this episode, and the execution leading up to the final moment of them discovering their destinies felt well deserved and totally worth the wait. I especially love the fact that even though they have their cutie marks, the journey is still not over for them, as this is only the start of a new chapter in their life. If I had to guess, I would say that the moral of the episode was that in time, the next generation will one day make its mark. Thank you all for watching. I'm Blue Rave, and I will always find this episode and many more worth raving about. Catch you later.